48.
Oh, they're spinning.
Oh, Menard up and into Boyer, into the wall. Gets collected by McDowell.
Oh, no.
Keselowski crashes, and more cars are littered at the bottom of the racetrack.
Guys, I think that somebody may have gotten loose, got either into Jimmy Johnson or his car got loose and came down.
Here comes Jimmy through the middle of the melee. And
not sure Jimmy has much damage. How about the 18? Two
certainly does.
We may have to list the cars that were not involved in this wreck. There might be less of them. Like Matt DiBenedetto.
I think Bubba's, I don't know, Bubba was in trouble, but I don't think anything. I don't think the 19 of Suarez did.
We're going to take a look at this from the Goodyear blimp and want you to watch William Byron in the 24 and Jimmy Johnson in the 48 as this develops.
Mike, this third turn has been a problem turn all day long. I've seen cars get loose getting into 3 all day long.
You can see as the, oh, I don't know. I think that's the 48 as a right front fender. The 24 got close to the left rear, just pushed that air in that left rear and brought it around.
Wow. Gray Gaulding shoots the middle and makes it. Wow. And they just keep piling up.
Wow. Unbelievable. You see Bubba there on the right of the screen. Don't think he hit anything.
So you see the 24 starts coming up. Look, it just seems like the air changed and allowed that 48 to just get loose.
Yeah, the 48 and the 24. I think the 24 may have gotten on the brakes and that caused his car to get loose. But I don't know what happened to Johnson. That thing just turned sideways. And I've seen that time and time again up there in turn 3.
Casey Kane shoots through the black car with the yellow number on top.
What about that wind direction over there has some kind of effect on the aerodynamics of these cars?
You know what I think
there.
it is? I think they're going down that back straightaway so fast that when they get in the third turn, the cars wiggle a little bit.
Boy, great job by Ty Dillon getting that car slowed down. Saw it happening way out in front of him. His spotter obviously played a great role.
We also keep an eye on.
Oh, you can see Jimmy's loose right there.
He just turns down in front of the 24 and it's on from there. The 21 gets tagged.
And the wind is blowing from outside the track directly across the right side of these cars.
Look at Levin get scoot right through there. Hamlin
gets his lap back.
Unbelievable. Keselowski up the hill and torn up. 34 of Reagan. Sorry about that, McDowell.
Well, it's ride with Martin Truex, 2 laps down. This happens way in front of him.
Stop. Just stop.
Yes, Clayton Hughes, you're right. Just stop.
Great advice. And we'll ride with A.J. Allmendinger.
Still outside, wrecking here, wrecking. Come low. Keep coming. Keep going. We got right side damage here, guys.
Storm.
Yeah, that's what.
Still counting, but so far we have a list of 13 cars involved in that pileup in turn 4.
I guess Bubba did he? I can't tell if he got.
Austin Dillon hit him.
Got a little damage. Couldn't tell how much.
There's Allmendinger being pushed off. Jamie?
Yeah, and the 43, just to update him, I looked at him when he came into the pit box. He had some damage on that left rear, and they checked the toe. They think the tires are okay, so they're just looking at it, but they think they're okay underneath the car.
Vince?
Yeah, the 48 of Jimmy Johnson communicating with the spotter Earl Barbin, and Earl said there was no contact. They think that just the car behind Jimmy had taken the air off of Jimmy's car, and that's that's what caused him to dart toward the center of the track. And you see damage on the 24 of Byron, also a little bit of damage for Jimmy Johnson, but they have looked at the car, inspected it, and they believe it's okay. No worse for the wear for the 48.
Pit road open. And no, we didn't see any contact either.
Definitely not.
Jimmy just spins and comes down the racetrack.
Right there, it starts to get a little sideways.
Yeah, I got hit in the left rear. I don't know how I spun. What happened there?
But that's what it feels like. You've been hit in the way that car, you would never expect the car to get sideways and lose control in the middle of the corner when it's loaded up in the banking.
I've just seen that time and time again, particularly in the third and fourth turn. The cars just get a little loose. Guys been able to catch them. That time it was just a slow kind of spin.
The only thing I can point to are the flags outside turns 3 and 4. That wind is coming up and over the wall, and it's hitting those cars straight on in the right side as they go into that area. Now, don't know how much effect that has, but the wind direction is just like that, coming up and over.
Well, what we certainly know is the air affects these cars a lot, and what we can't see, we can see the flags blowing. What we can't see is how the air moves around the front fascia nose of that 24 car, and what that air is doing to the left rear of Jimmy Johnson. As he comes up the racetrack, it just turns the 48, and I think it's because that air is deflecting over to the left rear, causing it to get loose.
Yeah, these cars they have so much side force, those big flat sides, that when you start to disturb the air around those flat sides, the car gets out of control. I think that's what we're seeing. I think the wind's affecting a little bit, air from the other cars a little bit. You put it together and you're going to have a disaster like we just saw.
We had Brendan gone to the list of cars who did a nice job getting through there, as William Byron's number 24 goes to the garage. Paul Menard getting carried off, his car that is, and that's A.J. Allmendinger.
And Mike, it's not a big surprise. I think when the end of the race gets here and everybody's okay, I can't worry about how my car's handling. I got to try to get the best finish. I got to try to win this race. This is what's going to happen. You're going to have situations like this.
Ouch. We're under caution with 19 to go. At least 13 cars involved in a turn 4 pileup.
Been checked and released. Brad, I'll start with you first. It was a good run for you, but what did you see there that put you out of the race?
Yeah, I just saw the 48 spin. I don't know what happened to cause that, but we lost our track position there and couldn't seem to get it back there on that last restart. So that was a bummer, but that's the brakes here.
Thanks, Brad. Getting ready to go green. We'll hear from these guys. If we have time, we'll jump in with Clint Boyer. Clint, I know you're looking at the replay right here. What happened to you? You had a problem early on, and you guys are going to fight over the replay.
Actually locked our right rear wheel up coming on the pit road and flat spotted a tire. Had to come back in, got 2 laps down and got back 1 lap, and then finally got on a lead lap, and then we wrecked. So this wasn't our weekend, but things have been going good. I mean, the cars were extremely fast. All the Fords were fast like we knew they would be, and it's just a weird race. It really was, from single file stuff to get them bunched back up and no tires. I mean, there's a lot of different scenarios out there, and it just wasn't our day.
Thanks, Clint. And Paul Menard won his first stage race. We're getting ready to go green. Paul, what did you see?
The 24 and 48 the 24 got moved up, 48 was coming down, and they stopped. And I got in at 24. Well, it kind of all came together right there. So really fast motorcraft, quick lane forward. We got shuffled back, and it's so hard to make up ground. We got the bottom rolling again pretty decent, and just ran out of real estate, I guess.
And William Byron has been checked and released, led 14 laps today at your first race here in a Cup car. What happened? The other guys weren't really sure what led to this.
Yeah, honestly, I think I got side drafted going into 3 and got me a little bit free, and then I think I just packed some air on his left rear. I haven't seen a replay, so I can't really tell, but hopefully one of our guys can get it done. Just kind of unfortunate that we couldn't get to the end of the race, but had a pretty good race till the end, so we'll learn from it and come back here in the fall, hopefully have an even better run. Thank you.
I don't know, but the